As you rightly pointed out, people come across this kind of sincere and sacred doubt, that is value education or value of education, then value based education, and so on and so forth. Education is the major antidote to solve all our problems. Therefore, there is no issue about value of education. Education is of great value or of immense value. But value based education is the need of the hour today. There should not be any value erosion, because National Education Policy 2020 talks about well-rounded development of the personality, and we have to ensure total well-being of a learner. When I say total well-being, we have to take care of well-being from 5 important dimensions. Physical, that's what today physical fitness, yoga, sports, and all those things assume a lot of significance. So physical, mental health is of paramount importance. Mentally you should be very sound. Then intellectual, your ability to look beyond the obvious, look beyond the horizon, look beyond the curriculum, look beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. That is intellectual well-being. Then social well-being, your ability to get along with others in a very meaningful and effective manner, because you should not become a toxic person. Therefore, your ability to control yourself and your ability to keep yourself cool all the time with your relevant others, not Tom, Dick, and Harry. If you're an employee, then you must be in a position to keep performance-oriented relation with your superior, then subordinates, and with your peers. That is what I call it a role set. That is what social well-being or social health. Then finally, spiritual well-being. According to Swami Vivekananda, spirituality is nothing but the science of human excellence. So it means your ability to look beyond yourself. It's your ability to look beyond the sunset of today. The point is that is another world which will witness sunrise. So that kind of vision is required. Therefore, when we talk about values, we have to catch students in their younger days, in the formative years. That is what, whenever I talk about values or value-based education, the first and foremost impactful place is home. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam rightly said that only 3 persons can educate the children about the evil effects of corruption and corrupt society. The first one is the father, the second one is the mother, the third one is the teacher. So it means the formative years of a child will be strongly influenced by the upbringing status at home. How a child is brought up, the initial orientation, the kind of family ambience, the cultural profile of the family, which will inspire and train up the child at home. Therefore, the home or the upbringing status. Next one is the schooling system, the academic ambience in the school, the teachers, the fellow students, the kind of activities, whether those activities will reflect the Indian values, ethos, culture, wisdom, and whatnot. The kind of strong value fabric, because individual values must be shaped into what you call individual value system, so that will influence our perception, then thought process, then feelings or emotions, then action tendencies. All these will constitute your attitude. It must be positive attitude. Then finally actions. That is nothing but the behavioral patterns of an individual. Therefore, values will form as a strong edifice or the foundation to shape and reshape human behavior. That being the case, schooling system is very, very influential. Then comes what you call socialization. Between home and the school, the children will mix up with the societal members. Then when they grow up, the colleges, the university system, their adulthood, and all those things, the societal influences. There will be action, there will be reaction, there will be interaction, there will be sentiments, there will be relationships. It means values will guide, and the person will be guided by these values. The point is honesty, for example. With the passage of time, the interpretation of a particular value he is also undergoing tremendous change. For instance, Mr. A is there. If you pay him 2 lakhs, he will fetch you a job. He is very sincere and honest. It means honesty should be your best policy. Look at the conservative or the traditional definition of honesty. But here, today he says that, he is very honest. If you pay 2 lakhs, he will see that you will get a job. He will not cheat you, he will not deceive you. So it means this kind of a changing interpretation of the values. With the passage of time, we have to admit, we have to accept. So that is what continuity with change, even in terms of values. Core values are very, very important, because core values are the fundamental beliefs of a person or organization. These guiding principles dictate our behavior and can help people understand the difference between right and wrong, what is good and what is bad. It means that will shape the inner compass of a person. With the help of inner compass, an individual will get the directions. The road not taken by others. You may choose that road because it's an ethically sound road. You'll come across several ethical issues and dilemmas in your day-to-day decision-making process. And we have to take well-informed decisions. But unless our ethical compass is right in place and guided by all these aspects, we will not be able to use and utilize our ethical compass. That is possible only when an individual is in a position to listen to the inner voice, what I am and what I am up to. Whether I am upright in my decisions, whether I am influencing myself internally, whether I am engaging in a process called soul searching. That means I must listen to my inner voice. I must be guided by the inner compass called ethical compass. So that much ability must be possessed by us. Then only we'll be there. It means internal beliefs that dictate how life should be lived. Because normally everybody should have if you're a theist, then you will have a belief in God. You'll be a strong believer of God. Okay, then you have to believe yourself, trust yourself, because values will shape the kind of belief system. Then you will formulate what you call faith. So a question of faith will create a kind of trust. So it means that kind of frugality will be there. Family, honesty is always the best policy, and healthy work-life balance is all based on our value system. Parents instill strong values, and values must be shared. Values cannot be imposed from above. Likewise, code of ethics are based on values, or motto of an organization is based on values. So values are about what you consider important to the life you want to live. They inform your priorities, and when practiced consistently, form the character you want to have. That's what we know. Our senior people said, before you pray, you believe. That should be your value system. Before you speak, you must listen to yourself. Before you spend, invariably have to earn. That should be your value. Before you write anything, think loudly. So before you quit any attempt, you try. Without trying, never leave the field. Before you die, you live. Because for me, survival is not important. Living gracefully is my value. So that is what, there are several values, because there is a holy scripture in Bible which says that, values left in our children touch their destiny more than valuables left to them. Therefore, values are very, very important. But the question is, during our childhood days, moral classes were there. Today, I don't find any moral classes in high school or colleges. And sometimes students will laugh at moral values, because we are not in a position to walk the talk unless we walk the talk, unless we listen to our inner voice and get directed by our inner ethical compass. We will not be having any right or moral integrity to teach values to the younger generation, because we have to watch our watch. Watch, when I say WATCH, watch your words, then watch your actions, watch your thoughts, watch your character, and watch your honesty. It means watch your watch. That's very, very important, because there are several values like dependability or loyalty or commitment, open-mindedness, consistency, efficiency, innovation, creativity, good humor, compassion, then spirit of adventure, motivation, positivity, optimism, passion to excel, then respect for others, then fitness, courage, and then I say you deserve, then desire, and education, not literacy. Education is the value, perseverance is the value, patriotism is very, very important, service to others, service to the mankind. must be the value, we should be valued at a very higher price than environmentalism. Likewise, there are several values. These values must be instilled into the hearts and minds of our children during the formative years of their life through the proper schooling system or education system.